like right there, good positioning if you're only dealing with cav. But you see how our guys are sticking out?
Yeah, easy to pick off with range or
Exactly, longbow, whatever the hell, right? But this, cav's gonna get melted. You can probably move your guys a little more forward. So you want to kind of put them inward. So like a common mistake I see people do, especially if they got Imperial Pike, is they put their shit on the side like that.
yeah.
Not the same at all.
Yeah, you
At
can see
all.
like the pikes as well. You want all 3 pikes hitting the targets, and
Yeah.
at that you're only gonna get 1 or 2.
Yeah, so you see, yeah, you see like huge difference. So here, I'm only like these are the only ones really hitting.
Yeah,
But
just
if you
one
angle it
row.
like you are, you have at least two rows, and depending on the charge, yeah. So you kind of want to base them. So like this map has a really good indicator. Not a lot of maps do. So like this what the hell, fire pit shit right here. So you know like bam, this will delete cav. We had this is basically the similar setup we had in Xianwu. The
Yeah,
only difference is we had
bagpipes.
bagpipes, and then
Holy
someone was,
shit, bagpipes.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we,
no, they're actually disgusting. Cause one of the
Yeah.
main issues with this formation when it comes to fighting cav, is something you can only count if you're heroes, or bagpipes can count it themselves. Short sword will jump off their horse, they'll come charging at you in iron sights, and they'll ult into your
Yeah.
pike line, and that will fuck up your pike line, and the guys will just come right on through.
yeah,
Cav won't get disrupted. But
yeah.
with bagpipes, the second the short sword does the ultimate, knocks everyone down, bagpipe pops to 3, and all the units are back up.
Yeah,
Yeah, the immunity
instantly
thing.
too, by the way. Instantly. They don't do the
Well,
stupid
they don't do
animation.
they don't do immunity anymore. They do immunity, not just immunity anymore. Now they do immunity and immediate recovery.
Yeah,
So instead
Oh.
of just making you immune, you instantly get up.
yeah, they instant get up, and they don't do the little shuffle where they have to get back. No, no, no. They're already braced.
Oh shit. That's good
Yeah,
to know.
they stealth buff bagpipes.
Yeah. So yeah. But to protect against that, you can stagger your forts too. So you know you can put them kind of back here, or you can literally just kind of stuff them more to the side, in the back.
Okay.
Or you
So
put the two
essentially,
rows inside.
even if it's just 2 or more than that, you always want to have it to where they're crossing up at some point.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're only dealing with cav and you want to just murder, you can literally just stack your forts like this,
I'm on, by the way.
and you know, 2 over here, 2 over here. But like I said, if it's a serious fight and they're no longer dealing with, you know, just cav or whatever, you do have to stuff your guys a little further back, and it is unfortunate, but it just has to be done. So like if you come out where I am, see, I put my guys in a good spot. Yours are gonna get sniped by longbow. Right.
I'm on, by the way, loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they're not gonna, tempt traversing through the actual gate area.
Did you know that
No.
Imp Pike, when they're marching, their attack range is longer than a Fortebraccio Pike?
Like when they're marching or when they're
Yeah.
just regular attacking?
No, when they're marching.
Marching.
Huh.
Yeah. So not a lot of people know this, and I think it's quite tragic. Cause I see people kind of suicide their imps before they march Fortebraccio, and you do not have to. And it doesn't matter if the unit's being shielded by a shield. Imp march is an AoE, and it will knock shit down still.
Mm.
It is kind of annoying, honestly. So usually, yeah, so like this map, like I said, has really good indicators on the road and the, flame pit. But usually, if you're squad leader or whatever, just run into the gate and see. You usually want to line up down center. See, like, so your guys aren't really good, but my guys are a little too far back, so it's kind of over.
Kind of the good and bad side of it.
Yeah, exactly. So let me see if I can fix my guys a little bit. Oh, let me open the gate for you.
Fine, I'll open it myself.
But yeah, so this isn't impenetrable, so heroes are a huge problem, obviously. If you stack double 40s, then they're not much of an issue. Or if you got a good counter hero, whatever it is, then that's good too.
Double
Um,
40s is not enough.
yeah,
Like when you have your 40s on the gate, you have to be active yourself.
yeah,
If that push comes in, you need to be ready. For
yeah,
the best classes to play for having 40s is either poleaxe or dual blades. Musket can work as well. Musket's pretty good, yeah. Dual blades, musket, poleaxe, all of them have a type of stun ability, and you want to keep your eye on that gate. The second you see that hero come in, you want to take him down. You want to stop his charge. So like if you're dual blades, like you're gonna be in danger for a second, but you need to stop that charge. You're charge in, dual blades ult, and immediately cancel the ult. You don't need to kill him with the ult. You just need to cancel his ult, and then
yeah.
you back off instantly.
Unless
Stuff
you
like
want to
that,
die to whatever they're charging with.
which is
But,
not good if you're one of the ones running the 40s.
yeah, so put a Shieldtron formation like where I'm standing.
Hmm.
And then you're gonna march either side, no matter. I do try to cancel it though. I don't want to lose any 40s. I do want
It
to
sucks.
run this against Cav. Yeah. So you see it's longer.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, if they're really good at it and they have support with that, your 40 line is fucked. So
Yep.
that's why I say it's super important to stack your forts or have something to support them. So like if Pike are decent, I still think another set of
most-
forts are better. But yeah,
The most common way you're gonna see people break the jaws of death, if they're infantry based and not cav based, is they are going to push up with shields, imp march, and then follow up 2 imp marches with shield shoving in, as well
Yeah.
as a cav shoving right behind, or ranged units shoving up behind, or shock troops.
yeah,
It's always something right behind the imps.
yeah. So
So for the purpose of so if we're on the attacking side, you said you would march in with imps or go in with shields.
yeah, or
Yeah.
shield and imps.
Shields and
Okay.
shields first, because it will cover the imps approach.
Yeah,
And then once the shields get close enough that not the shields are getting stabbed, but shields are about to start getting stabbed, then the imps would push up and imps would charge, advance both sides simultaneously. Once the enemy starts getting knocked down, the shield units will push in. Hopefully there's 2 shield units. One will push into both sides, and then the shock troops would move from there.
Well, I've got a
Okay.
question on that because I've been messing around with ASAPs a lot, and I know their Counter Strike. I've been kind of testing it with people at
you
Gates.
completely bypass the Fortebraccio.
Okay, so that'd be a good choice to lead at
would.
least the beginning.
As
okay.
a
They
shock
are-
troop, but not as a lead. Not
Yeah.
in the. They cannot do the imp's job at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're
just
well,
as an initiator.
yeah. So, but expect them to die, because the problem with AZAPs is they're squishy as hell.
No, yeah.
I would say they're the third
Yeah.
unit in, honestly. Still, I would still say imps, then shields, imps, then shields, and then
Shield
then
imps, then
yeah.
But anyway,
So just charge in.
Yep.
Should I interfere with the charge myself or no?
No. I just want to
No?
demonstrate the killing power of this. They're probably gonna get through because there's a gap in the middle. Or not.
Jesus.
I have the
Wow.
stun on brace for mine.
I got stun on burst on mine too, and the other doctrine that does 16% more damage.
Are the
But
guys on the
if-
right still weakened loaded?
You're right, yes.
Oh.
So look, good player would come in, Thunderstruck,
And
Yeah.
then the cav go right in.
right in.
Yep.
But you
They
see how a lot-
usually they would have cataphracts right behind them, is what the thing I've been seeing happen. Cataphracts, the guy that's charging will be cataphracts, and he'll do the thunderstruck, land right into your guys, and then he'll charge out right past you while having the cataphracts follow, and that will insta wipe your units.
Yeah, because
I know
Cataphract
the-
had
Yeah, the
No,
final line is
not
where they
enemy.
don't get stopped by any range, like guns, crossbows. But like, let's say for me, for a longsword, if I were to, see that it was coming, or after the short sword, like maybe I missed a short sword, but I see the cavalry coming in, I could do my shield charge with longsword just at least.
You'll die instantly.
You'll die. So
Okay.
rally to me is not a charge. And this is the problem. So back in the day, 100%, 1,000%, you better do that. But nowadays, there's specific unit capabilities that aren't a charge, and you can't stun them. So like an armor gird gallop, not a charge. A
For the
ride like the wind,
Sapahis.
yeah. Rally Ride like the wind for outriders, not a charge. You can't stun it. You know, shit like that. And
Also, it's important as well. Like I was saying before, with as
can
a
you
hero.
bring your
Oh,
imps again, please? Yeah.
with but as I was saying though, it's important though as your hero, you can like the short swords like charge thing is really fucking easy to stop, because most of the time people aren't like, it's only high end play that people expect you to like know how to stop the heroes doing that, like fucking with these bastards at the Capitol. It probably won't work that well against them because they'll be waiting for people to try this. But yeah, like I was saying before, you do want to stop that short sword yourself. You need to stop it. Like I understand not wanting to go too far into the gate because that's death, but like you need to find a way to stop him before he lands on the ground. Because if the second he lands, it's like they're getting through. And unless you have a second set of 40s ready to reinforce whatever ones get knocked down, if that short sword lands, it doesn't matter what you got, they're coming in.
Yeah, and that's what happened at 𝕮𝖬, the last TW. So okay, so at the very least, stop the short sword because that's their initiator in that instance, and then
So
the
like
cavalry.
I saw you on a grape shot, right?
Yeah.
You're firing in a blob, and that's fine. But what you wanted, it's kind of hard because you gotta find people their pixel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, their
In a
little
blob.
blip on the fucking
Yeah,
and all that.
and then shoot the shit out of them because you want to kill heroes with the grape shot. I want you to Shieldtron and march into this. I want to demonstrate that having a shield wall will not protect you against an imp march. Unless they
think-
fixed it.
No, the Imperial Spearmen will. Imperial
No, they
Spearmen
won't.
will.
No,
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the imp marches in AoE. See? They're still getting knocked down.
Oh, that'll knock down stalwarts. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's because I don't have them braced. But, like, imagine my guy, because a lot of people are going to be using Imperial Spear Guard, right? And
So
Yeah,
this
did
the
is
tank here.
do you guys have a stabby stab, by the way? You Shieldtron guys? Do they have a knockdown? You
no,
stalwarts.
dude, they do they do a lot more damage now, dude. It's kind of
Yeah,
ridiculous.
they guys. I noticed they were interrupting the advance.
Yeah, no,
That's pretty
dude,
good.
Stalwarts beat Reaper Flail.
Hmm.
That's how buff they got.
That might be something to include, because like if that can probably stop an imp, because like he didn't stop the imps completely, but like that did stop most of them pushing in.
Well,
Like
it started killing, but how much damage are your forts?
my imps. Oh, his
The
forts.
40s, they're all halfway or more, and then only one's in the red.
Yeah. So you see, so like shield's great for protecting your guys from range or that bitch longbow, but it will not protect you against imps. And this is why I say imps. So I call this is the 𝕮𝖓𝖊 of death, right? The 40s, imps are 𝕮𝖓𝖊 alive to this, and that's just that. So it's just little things to watch out for. So once you see imps coming up, that's why I highly recommend people get guns, because guns will melt the shit out of shit. So like
Yeah,
let's say
especially
you're
if they don't have anything to
Do
block.
you have any like gun troops that you can like kind of show positioning?
shit, I didn't bring any, but yes I can. I'll restart. I just
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, do a little
I'm
test
gonna-
with you very quick, and then yeah.
Yeah, let me capture this point really fast, because I don't know
Yeah.
if we'll be able to do it in 1 minute.
But yeah. So gun positioning, I can kind of just voice it, and then I can show it later.
Okay.
But gun positioning, so it depends on the map. So on this particular map right here, this is a good spot for guns. We defended this map 16 fights in a row once, and we had a musket line of 3 Imperial muskets, a Fusilier, and a Pavis and a Tertio, and literally nothing got through that gate. They instantly died. It was really fucking hilarious. Cav would come, turn the corner, try to cav charge our muskets, they'll die instantly. You remember that, Mercy?
Yeah.
Fucking
It won't work now because cataphracts are. Cataphracts
thing. I mean, they'll probably get nuked, but just the rally to me won't stun them.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so just the sides right here. If you're only exclusively dealing with cav, you don't have to worry about, other range or whatever. You can actually put all your muskets right here, start firing down range, and for another set of 40s or whatever, you can put them down dead center, and then the 2 on the side. I mean, it depends how many you got, but the absolute bare minimum is you need 2 40s.
Well, a good counter to that push we were showing you about with the bunch of imps as well as what's it called, shield units, stuff like that. The thing we were talking about, infantry push. The best counter to that is Shinji Grenadiers. One or two sets of Shinjis throwing the bombs in the middle of that setup just annihilates. Like that will fuck that entire push.
So Modao aren't bad, but 40s are just better.
Okay.
You get more bang for your buck. Not as
Modao
much
are a good
bullshit.
buffer unit.
Yeah,
So like for example, the Jaws of Death, we would have two 40s there, and if somebody brought Modao,
they would
if
hold the center.
yeah, if you would watch, the person with Modao would be ready. They'd watch to see if the enemy has any kind of range to pick stuff up, like artillery and stuff. If the enemy doesn't have that, they just sit in the center, in the brace moment, in the brace thing, or whatever it's called. But if the enemy does have arty and stuff like that, they would not be there. They would wait until the push starts to happen, and then when the
then they
push
go in.
starts happening, then they charge. Not charge, but like, you know what I mean? Like go right in front and then pop up right inside the center of the jaws, and then they
Yeah.
would activate the form. So that way, when the enemies come shoving in to kill them, they'd be getting stabbed from both sides, and the Modao would help against any pushes happening past them.
Yeah. So like,
But they are also counted by 40s, not 40s, Imperials, pikemen.
yeah. So F2 formation is I know it has a similar spread and it has more rows, but the F1 formation is just better.
Okay.
Can't really say why. It's just from testing, it just performs better. Unless there was some kind of bug and they fixed it.
It's because they're more spread out and they don't get hit
Yeah.
by the AoEs as
Yeah.
effectively.
So like so in open field and stuff. So this is the same with Fortebraccio and imps. You don't want to put your guys in a condensed formation. It's actually the worst thing you can possibly do because it's easier to disrupt them all because they're all close together, and two, with units that do AOE damage or whatever, they just have an easier time killing them. So you want to put them in dispersed formation, and it works a lot better against Cav because the best way I can explain it, it's imagine you're casting a net. Right?
Okay.
You're not gonna cast a ball and catch fish. No, you're gonna cast the whole net. Very quick. Yeah. So if you kind of remember where the V was,
Mhm.
you know these guys. If you're just dealing with Cav, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, they
Yeah,
do that now. Okay.
But if you're dealing with, you know, they got arty or mixed or whatever, they got muskets firing. They're just gonna be chilling on the side. Maybe you can just brace them just so they don't aggro, right?
Okay.
The moment you see a push, you can charge in. I don't really recommend it, but you could. I think it's a bit of a waste of ability. Kind of depends on the situation. But you know, once you hit the center, brace immediately. But you see, the problem is they're kind of all over the place, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's a bit of a mixed bag. I don't
So they're pretty much just like a cleanup in case any get through in the center. You can kind of use them. Okay.
exactly. If you see a short disrupt a 40, because you know shit happens. You got like 40 heroes. You can't pick one out. Then these guys, perfect. Get them in there.
Okay.
And you know, but you know, it's a situation thing. It's not a catch-all kind of thing. It's really up to you.